PAFs, man, those are the pickups. Oh yeah. Sweet Jesus. Then as I got into playing lead guitar, you know, so that was when I was about 10, and then when I was about 12-ish, I saw my first Allman Brothers show, and I got heavily into, you know, Hendrix and the Allman Brothers and Cream. And I remember when I heard Crossroads, which is, you know, another one of these kind of ultimate gateway drug tracks, you know, the live version from their last concert. And, you know, Clapton, you know, they have the main riff, everybody knows that song. But then when he gets into that first turnaround where it goes to the 5 and the 4, that like... That was another moment where I was like, what the hell is that? You know, and that's when I learned about, you know, when you're playing on a 7th chord, about how the major and the minor third coexist in a dominant scale. And you know, that, you know, that's the blues conversation right there. It's the happy and the sad up against each other. It's like telling a story, the way that goes back and forth. And then, like, very shortly after that, I got a bunch of Freddie King records, and then I was like, oh, that's where he got all that. And then I went way down that rabbit hole. But, you know, that's the great thing about that rock and roll from the 60s is, like I said before, it's like a gateway drug to everything great, you know. It's also kind of like a Cuisinart of all these different cool styles and references, you know. So this is a 59 335 here. So this is, to me, it's like the reason I said that right away. You notice I knew what I wanted. I'm obsessed with Gibsons. I always have been. To me, it was like, you know, all my friends wanted a Strat, so I kind of got that. But to me, it was like the Gibson was like, you know, that was the Cadillac of guitars. That was my dream. And I got a 335 when I was in my teens, because I started working professionally when I was like about 15. I started touring with bands and stuff. I had it, it was like a reissue. It was real heavy. I actually ended up giving it to my buddy Connor Kennedy, who's a younger guitar player. He needed a good guitar, so he got that. But I was always in love with these because I always loved Chuck Berry. That was another you know, another style that my dad played all the time, and songs I learned early on were all Chuck Berry songs. And around the time when I was first learning guitar, you remember that movie Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll came out, and I saw that in a movie theater. And I saw he had a 335, and I said, well, that's what I want one day, is Chuck Berry's guitar from this movie. And then, of course, I came to find that, you know, the semi-hollow is really popular with all my favorite players. I mean, I was mentioning Clapton and Cream, you know, that lick I was playing, he was playing on a 335, and Freddie King and Johnny Guitar Watson, so many great guys. And these instruments, particularly the 59s, the 59 PAF pickups, they just have a magical resonance, most of them that I've played. So I had to see what you guys had. Yeah, that's a fun guitar. I knocked her out of tune a little bit.